I love school. There are days I felt like these kids here. I remember the teacher standing in front of the room talking for what seemed like hours and hours and hours. But with the use of technology, that's no longer the case. Technology engages students, provides for creative learning opportunities, cooperative learning, and technology is something today's kids are extremely familiar with. The goal of the lesson was to prepare students for the Chapter 4 test. We had to review important concepts for proving triangles are congruent and also use algebra to show triangles are congruent. Here are the grade level content expectations for the lesson. The lesson plan using technology involved a review game called Mind Point Quiz Show. The students would get in groups and compete against other groups to answer questions. The review game would be recorded on a smartboard, and after the lesson, that review would be published to a blog. The teaching strategies used would be providing feedback and recognition, as well as cooperative learning. The tools needed for this lesson would be the online textbook, teacher computer, data projector, smartboard, Camtasia for recording a screencast, a blog, and a whiteboard and marker.
I thought it was actually a lot of fun, and I would really like to do it again, especially because we were learning while we were doing something that was fun and not just sit down and work and get headaches and stuff. So yeah, I thought it was great.
I thought it was really good, and it helped me remember chapter 4 because I pretty much forgot everything, and then that day I remembered everything.
The review game was pretty fun. It was a lot better than having to do all the book work, so you should do it again.
I thought the review game on the smartboard worked well, except for people were talking, so it wasn't very effective.
What I like about review assignments is that it's more of an open assignment. You can kind of just work in groups and like ask your classmates how you do a certain problem. You can also ask the teacher so you can know your answers are right and then learn from it.
The negative of not using technology is there's not a lot of time to get to every student effectively in a class period. The students are less engaged, and you have to manage off-task behavior. The downside of using technology is in our group setting, there was a limited individual attention. We worked in groups, we answered questions in groups, and we proceeded as a class. The benefits of not using technology is students get to work at their own pace, and they also get specific individual attention. The benefits of using technology is it's highly engaging. We cover a lot of content in a class period, and the teacher is able to explain a lot of concepts. The demographics of both classes are very similar. Third hour has about 5 more students than second hour. The class averages are very similar as well. Third hour has a 1% higher average than second hour. The rubric is very similar for both classes, as both classes have a group component. Here's the pre- and post-test assessment that I gave for my second and third hours. The objective here was to find out how confident the students were in their ability to solve certain types of problems. I broke down the Chapter 4 test into 5 topics. Each question had the same 4 answer choices. I wanted to know if students were very confident, somewhat confident, not very confident, or whether they had no confidence at all on each type of problem set. Here are the results from my second hour. Second hour had the technology, and as you can see on each question, there was an increase in the confidence level, sometimes a very dramatic increase. Surprisingly, third hour, which did not have technology, they had a group assignment. They actually dropped in almost every confidence level category. As you can see in the last two slides, the not very confident and no confidence levels increased dramatically. So here's a summary of second hour, the very confident level. There was an increase in every level. Third hour had a decrease in almost every level. What could be the explanation for such a dramatic difference between the two classes? Could it just be the technology? Or did the 2 consecutive snow days have something to do with it? The difference between using technology and not using technology on a review assignment had very little effect on the overall performance of each class. The big surprise was the confidence level of each group. Using technology to create a fun, interactive review game had a lot bigger effect than just doing a cooperative learning group assignment. This leads me to a very interesting question. If I was to include more engaging, creative activities like the Mind Point quiz show in my daily lessons, would that lead to increased performance on assessments? It obviously increases the confidence level, so would an increased confidence level lead to an increased performance level? The answer is definitely yes, and it will be something I keep in mind as I create lessons for the rest of the year.